Well, I am back with another bullet journal video. I am going to be doing a flip through of this guy, which will be done at the end of this month. And we are going into Christmas week, so I really only have one more week left in here, and then I will show you how I set this one up, which will be my new bullet journal for the start of 2018. So we're going to start with this guy first. And this is a Leuchtturm 1917 in emerald green. And I just took like a little sticker from one of my Happy Planner sticker books that says Think, Dream, Plan. But dream is like, you can see it's like rubbed off like big time. And this thing has been like beat to hell and back. It's got stuff all over it, but it's been well loved. So let's open her up. You have the belongs to an address page, and I just have my email address there. And then I have my index, and I only used one page, surprisingly, which was kind of surprising to me. I would have thought I would have used more. Then I did a key over here, and I did a future log starting here, going all the way through to June of 2018. Yeah. So obviously the book's not going to last that long. Then I started out with a collection because I started this in July. I want to say July. I have my summer routine here, what we were doing daily at the summertime. And I put some stickers in. And then I have a summer checklist. Now this is something, I'll try to angle you down a little better. This is something I do every year to keep myself on track for getting the kids ready to go back to school once they get out of school. Things that I need to take care of. And then I have my July habit tracker and mood tracker. This was the one and only month I did the monthly spread like this. I didn't care for it too much. I may experiment again with it sometime down the road, but it wasn't something I cared for too much. And then I have monthly tasks. I have my July bill tracker, a brain dump page, July meal planning, gratitude for July, my first spread, which is like the last part of June to the first 2 days of July. And then I have over here like this weekly to-dos, meals, and notes section. And as you see when I flip through this, my planning style has evolved somewhat. And then I started doing dailies. I did the Boho Berry July Challenge in here. And I started to put it in there intermittent with dailies. Yeah. Then I added some pictures with my HP sprocket. Sorry, I keep hitting my tripod. My next weekly with the to-do page. And more dailies, more of the July challenge, more dailies, and then more of the Boho Berry challenge. This was probably one of my favorite spreads, weekly spreads in my bullet journal. I got this idea from dess.plans on YouTube. And I just loved the way that it looked and how it turned out. So I kind of played around with that. And then I have some more dailies. I did a collection for my master cleaning list. I did a master grocery list in here. I did a books I want to read, which did get migrated over to my new one, as well as my wish list. And then as you can see, I continued using this weekly spread because it worked really well for me. and did more dailies and more of the Boho Berry Challenge. And then this was the last part of July, the weekly spread, and then more dailies. And then this takes us into August. So August, you see here, I did more of the traditional bullet journal setup, and that's what I stuck with for the rest of this journal. And every month I used washi tape. I put it on the monthly page. And then I did a monthly tasks page. I have the bills, my meal planner, gratitude, and then August memories. I again use my HP Sprocket. And then here's my August tracker with my habits and my mood. I put a notes page in here. This one and the next couple months didn't end up getting used, so I kind of eliminated this page as I went on. Then I stuck these two challenges in here, but never did them. And then you see my weekly layout changed a little bit. So I was trying something different, which was kind of nice for a while. I read The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck by Sarah Knight. And so I made a collection in here about the fucks I give and the fucks I don't, based on her categories. If you haven't read this book, you should read this book. It is hilarious and completely kick-ass awesome at the same time. Then I kind of played around with weekly spreads some more and eliminated the dailies, as you can see here for August. And this was like my son's first week of football games, so I try to use their school colors in my Prismacolor. And then this is in September when I started experimenting with doing like a cover page for the month. I have a quote on this side, and then attempted to do some artwork over here, and again marked it with washi tape. Again, I have my September monthly log and monthly tasks, bills, meal plan, gratitude, September memories, which was like everybody going back to school and some activities that happened at the beginning of the school year, and my youngest losing her first 2 teeth, which was pretty exciting. And then I washied my habit tracker and mood tracker, put that there. I did like barely use this notes page for August or September, but it really didn't get used very much. I did try to do this sleep log, and this was inspired by Boho Berry, and yeah, I kind of stopped doing it towards the end of the month. I fell off the wagon. And then I did a fall routines collection, like morning weekday, evening weekday, then weekend, kids' bedtime routines, and then everybody's bedtimes. And then I went back to this form of the weekly. I thought it looked really cute. This was the week of my oldest birthday. He turned 15 and got his permit to drive, so that was exciting. This was the first week back to school, which was also exciting. Then I started doing like a measurements and workout collection each month, and putting like a little picture before and after. This is the before, this is the after picture for the month, and what kind of workout I did. Now, I was on a yoga kick, and I had started doing yoga, gosh, I want to say I was doing it in August. Was I doing it in July? That's the question. Let us see. Find my habit tracker. Maybe. I think that was towards the beginning. No. Well, yeah, is when I started in July. So I've pretty much been doing yoga every day since July, and I'm still currently doing yoga every day. It ranges anywhere from 30 to like 90 minutes of yoga every day, depending on what I'm feeling like. Still experimenting with weekly layouts, not doing dailies. And then this takes us through the end of September into October 1st. And then, like, I had every intention of making, like, really cool cover page for October. It just didn't happen. I had, like, no motivation. So then you can see I have my monthly, and then the task page, bills, meal planning, gratitude, October memories, which was fun, mood and habit tracking. Then again, another notes page that didn't get used. I don't know why I kept putting them in here. And then I was using this form of the weekly layout, trying to get it to work a little bit better for me. Again, my measurements page, beginning of the month, end of the month. And then have my weeklies, and this weekly format's inspired by Boho Berry. I had my weekly tasks, then I went back to dailies and have a little doodling here. I am terrible at drawing, and I'm not going to claim to be an artist at all, but I am. I'm terrible. And then I started experimenting with the time tracking on the dailies. Another weekly with the daily thrown in for Sunday, and this week to-do list. I didn't do any dailies this week. I kind of I think I screwed up here because I made a collection and I didn't leave any room for the dailies, so I had to do everything in the weekly. Yep, that's exactly what I did. I made a collection for planning Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like, I had like a November bucket list. I had 30 days of thanks, and then our menu for Thanksgiving. And then you have December, the card list. I haven't kept up with this at all. It did not work for me. I just didn't remember to go back and look at it. I just put it in here and just didn't pay attention to it. And then this was November's cover page. As you can see, I'm trying to get a little bit more bold with my artistic ability. I pulled my Tombos out, did a little wreath there with the month in it, and did a little monthly calendar thing here, and again, washi tape. I have my monthly setup, monthly tasks, I have the bills, meals. I didn't do any November memories. I just totally got inundated with life. Life happened, and I just didn't. My habit and mood tracker. I tried a brain dump page here that didn't get used. I did not put a picture for my measurements, but I did keep up with my measurements and my workout log. And then we go into the week of Halloween going into November. I did that weekly spread with the tasks. I went back to dailies, and I started a little collection of TV shows to watch in November. I got through almost all of them, which I was proud of, so that's good. Another weekly followed by dailies. Another weekly followed by more dailies. This was the week of Thanksgiving. We've got the dailies. And then that brings us into December. I have a quote from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's like my favorite Christmas movie, Christmas Story, all of that. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. What if Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store? What if Christmas perhaps means a little bit more? It's like one of my favorite quotes. Then I have like a little cover page with some doodles on it. I'm trying to get with the doodling. I'm not fantastic at it, but I'm trying. I have my monthly tasks, have bills, meal planning. I've started doing some memories here. We had a snow day on the 14th, and then yesterday, the 16th, my girls built a gingerbread house. That was cool. This is my habit tracker and my mood tracker so far for December, and my gratitude. I went back to putting it in the month because, as I said, I made that little like holiday section, and then I followed up with it kind of in November, and then in December it just totally fell off the wagon with it. I have my measurements going. I have my workout log going. You can see I'm still doing the same style of weekly layout here. And then I'm doing the dailies. And then I left this page blank. I don't know what I was going to do with it. I thought I was going to do something, but I didn't. And then I went back to this because I missed it. So we've got this with like some doodles in there. I love the Christmas lights. I forgot to color in the rest of my weather icons, but that's okay. We've got some dailies, and I decided to not waste pages, so I just kept going on with the dailies, even though the weekly was like right here. This is probably my other favorite weekly spread in this bullet journal. It took me a while to do because, as I said, I have no artistic ability, but you know, I spent a lot of time on it, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. Then we have dailies through today. And I've got next week laid out. I just have to color these in. But this is the week of Christmas Eve. And I'll probably put the rest of the dailies here and then do the week of Christmas Day here. And then I'll just have a tiny bit of stuff left. I'll probably use these as practice pages for like lettering or something because I don't think I'll have enough for a monthly spread. I did do a bullet journal reflection for this, and I did put this in another video, and I will link that video in an eye in the sky. And then I have like some pen testing here, and I have my archival stickers in the little back pocket, which I will pull out and put on this when I'm done with this the week of Christmas. So that is this one. This is bullet journal number 1. I'm really proud that I made my way through it. It lasted July through December, which I think is pretty good for my first one. Now I will show you how I set up this next one. This is the actual official bullet journal version of the Leuchtturm. And this vinyl mandala, it's rose gold and sparkly. I'll bring you in so maybe you can see it, see if it'll focus. It's not focusing quite clear enough, but yeah. That's from KM Vinyl on Etsy, and I will link her shop down below in case you're interested in going and checking out her shop. I have my contact page, which I added my phone number into this time. Then the difference with the actual bullet journal, and I did when I like showed this and what my plans were with it, I did show you the differences between the regular Leuchtturm and the bullet journal version. There's a few differences, the tips page being one of them. I've started filling out my index. And then I did do my future log. I've got it going January through August. Let's see. I got like 6 months out of my old ones, so if that's the case, I'll probably be done around June if I keep up that pace, but we shall see. I'm going to try and squeeze July into it, but we will see how it goes. And then I did a couple of quotes here. I kind of put sticky notes on the pages to show what I wanted to put in here. But I have this quote that I really liked from Jack London. Keep a notebook, travel with it, eat with it, sleep with it. Slap into it every thought that flutters up into your brain. Cheap paper is less perishable than gray matter, and lead pencil markings endure longer than memory. I really, really liked that quote, and I, wanted to stick it in here at the front. And then I found another quote that I liked, and I got it from my therapist a couple of semesters ago. It says, stay focused on your goals, your peace, and your happiness. Don't waste on any time on anything that doesn't attribute to your growth. And that's like perfect mantra for me. That's what I want to be doing. For those of you who have subscribed to my channel for a while now, you know that I do suffer from panic disorder. I've been making a lot of growth in personal strides. I go to therapy, I take medication, I do yoga, I do meditation. I do a lot of things to try and help myself grow as a person because I feel like I'm more than my anxiety, and this quote just sums up perfectly, what I want to be doing with my life. And then I decided to pick a word of the year. My word of the year for 2018 is serenity. And I have a little quote by C. Joy Bell. It says, go in the direction of where your peace is coming from. I thought that was a really awesome quote, and I just took my Prismacolor colored pencils and kind of shaded things in and then blended them together with the blending pencil. I have not filled out my goals yet, but I have separated them into categories. I have personal, health, relationship, and financial. And then I did a birthdays and anniversary log, and I took some stickers from Libby & Co. on Etsy, and I will link her shop down below for you, and put little balloons in for the month and just put in all of the birthdays and anniversaries we have. I transferred my wish list over, and I need to add a couple of things because there are now a couple of things I want to add to it. I did transfer the books that I want to read over. I took out the ones that I've already read, and this is what's left. I'm sure I will add to it throughout the year because I am an avid reader. And to put it in perspective, I've read, I think, 70 books so far in 2017, and my goal was 75, so I'm trying to work on it. I'm going to see if I can get there. Hopefully I can get there. This is going to be a book tracker page. I haven't decided how I want to lay this out yet, so it's blank for right now, but it has my little sticky note in there. And then things to get done in 2018. I haven't added any of this in yet. Self-care ideas, again, haven't added any of this in yet. And then we're going to start with the month of January. So it's kind of like a flip through plus the January plan with me. My washi is these like gold, like snowflake type things, and my theme is snowflakes. I went on to Goodreads and I got a quote about winter, and I put it in here. It's by Mary Oliver. Snow is falling so much like stars, filling the dark trees, that one would easily imagine its reason for being was nothing more than prettiness. I thought that that was a really pretty quote, so I put that in there. Then I have my monthly task list that will change up a little bit because I'm changing jobs, so my work schedule will no longer be the same, but we shall see. And then I have my monthly task page. I have a monthly bills page, meals, and I've got a meal plan still. I haven't done that yet. I decided to do my habit tracker a little differently. I'm doing it vertically this time instead of the way that I was doing it in the other journal. I'm also trying to do my mood tracking different. These are little snowflakes, And I took my mild liners, my zebra mild liners, and I kind of did this instead of having all these detailed moods. I kind of wanted something a little easier. So I'm going to shade in the snowflake each day with whatever color suits my mood. Then I have my gratitude page. I'm doing just one page for January memories. I'm going to see if that works out a little better because sometimes I slack off on it or I can't fill out more than one page, so I don't want to waste the pages. I have my January measurements and workout log. And then this will start the first weekly on January 1st. So that is the first 31 pages of my new bullet journal for 2018. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, have a wonderful holiday, a happy new year, and happy planning.